What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Nerd Media, and I just got back from watching Death of a Unicorn, A24's newest film starring Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd. And this was one of the films that I saw the first trailer for when it first came out, and I was like, I immediately got to see this. So I've been excited for it since the first trailer, and I gotta say, it definitely delivered for me. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys my short, non-spoilery review, kind of going into some story details. So if you want to know absolutely nothing, click off the video, come back to it later. But there will be some kind of spoilery aspects in it. So I guess you could say it's a spoiler review. So with all that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you've seen this film and what your thoughts are, and let's dive right into the review. So Death of a Unicorn is A24's newest film, and A24 is one of my favorite movie studios right now. They have been putting out banger after banger, and I'm going to be seated for almost every single one of their movies this year because I just love what they make so much. I mean, they've made some really awesome movies, and I'm glad to say that I can finally add this one to the list of awesome movies that they have made because I fully expected this movie to just be a straight up comedy that has some really wacky and very brutal and fun unicorn action in it with very, very fun performances. And that is pretty much exactly what you get from this movie, plus some more stuff for me because I really did not know how much emotion they were going to be able to generate with the story. I didn't think they were going to be able to go with too much emotion just because of how wacky the premise is and how like absurd all of it really is. I didn't think they were going to be able to find emotion within that, but throughout all of it, they had some really great and strong emotional moments, and it actually really works really, really well. And I was very, very happy about how that went down. Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega give great performances, and Will Poulter and everybody else give awesome, awesome performances. And I really enjoyed every single actor in this movie, which sometimes isn't the case with a lot of movies. Sometimes there's like one actor in there that you didn't really like that much, but with this one, I just really enjoyed everybody. I mean, I didn't like the characters. The characters were just kind of not great people, but they did a great job at acting out those characters, and I thought it was really well done, and I really enjoyed that. Now, the story, I think definitely, like I said earlier, dives more into the emotional aspect of a lot of things with the unicorns and Jenna Ortega's character touching the horn and seeing this weird, like, cosmic thing that ends up circling back at the end of the movie. I thought that was really cool and really well done, and I liked seeing her connection to the unicorns as the movie went on. It really felt believable, and it really genuinely felt like she couldn't really explain what she saw, and she was just kind of on her own for 90% of the movie. And if you really look at it, everybody in this movie but Jenna Ortega is a bad person. Like, everybody in this movie has something really bad about them, and it doesn't usually get resolved until the end, which only happens with one character, which is Paul Rudd's character. And pretty much everybody but her were just like assholes. But the unicorn stuff was very, very fun, and I was just really entertained by the whole thing. And, getting the unicorn action that we actually get for a good portion of the movie. I mean, for something like this, you probably wouldn't expect to see the action until like the last 20 minutes, but there's like a good 45 minutes that is just straight up action throughout. And I think that definitely benefits the movie and makes it a lot better for that, because if they just dragged out the whole investigation of how to stop the unicorns and discovering it has the cure for cancer and it heals everything. I think if they dragged that out a little bit too long, it would have gotten a little bit boring, but it actually wasn't really that boring at all to me, and I was thoroughly like engaged in the movie the whole entire time, which I find with myself not really happening with a lot of movies recently. So I'm very, very happy to report that that did happen with this one. And guys, I couldn't be more happier with how this movie turned out for me. I will say I only have one small flaw with the movie, which is the ending. I thought the ending could have been wrapped up a little bit better, and I feel like if they had an extra 5-10 minutes to the film, it could have had a very fun ending, and maybe it would be a 4 out of 5. But right now, I'm sitting at a 3.5, making it my third favorite movie of the year, and I'm very comfortable with that rating as of right now. I'll probably check this one out again when it comes out on streaming because I had a really, really fun time with this movie. I thought it was great. It was very funny. It had a lot of great action. There are a few jump scares in there because this isn't fully a comedy. There's definitely some scary moments in there that aren't necessarily too scary. They're more suspenseful, I think, and the suspense definitely gets to you. So the suspense is definitely not something you should dismiss in this movie because it is definitely there at a lot of key moments, and it's definitely emotional, which I was not expecting at all. I mean, the Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega relationship is the real heart of the movie, and seeing that evolve and seeing Paul Rudd's character evolve specifically was a very fun journey to go on, and I feel like it was something that really makes the ending well deserved and satisfying for those characters. But overall, the ending, I feel like if they had an extra 5 minutes, it would have been better. And I think that this movie was very fun, very good, and like I said earlier, just a blast. But that is the only thing, and I'm not going to really think about it that much because I did have so much fun with this movie, so I'll let the ending slide. But I had a lot of fun. I cannot wait to check this one out and put this on the ranking for 2025 movies this year because it's definitely going to be up there. I got exactly what I expected and more, so very happy with this one. But with all that being said, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you have seen this movie and if you're going to go see it. And if you have, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.